Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jayla Mitchell, also known as NaturalReign, and if you are new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below and then the notification bell right next to it so you don't miss when I have new uploads. So I want to say thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. They sent me these and I know you're like, what are these? Scentbird is a monthly subscription that allows you to sample fragrance and cosmetics, and then they just recently added skincare to the line as well. So this is one of them that they sent to me. They sent me 3. Basically, all you have to do is twist it up and you can spray. Ooh, this smells like really fresh. The one that I got is actually Capri by Vince Camuto. You get to choose a new fragrance every month for $15, but if you use my code JAYLEN30, which I highly recommend, then you can get 30% off that price and you'll only be spending $10 for your first month. Every month you'll get a 30-day supply of a fragrance of your choice, and they are bigger than your normal trial sizes, but you can still go on a plane with them. Okay, they are TSA approved. And the fragrances are for men and women, so you got your perfumes and you got your colognes. So one thing y'all may not know about me is I actually don't like cheap fragrances at all. Like, I have expensive taste, and they definitely cater to that because they offer Prada and they offer Gucci, and you know I had to get both of them. Okay, so the scents that I already showed you the one by Vince Camuto, but I also got Gucci Guilty. One thing, when I used to work at Ulta, people swore by Gucci Guilty, so I had to get it because I know it was good. And then I also got Prada Candy. This was recommended to me by Kimberly Sherrill, and she hooked your girl up because it smells divine. It's like a sweet, delicious scent. Okay, so now I'm just gonna get into the video. Okay, so today I'm gonna be sharing with you guys how I was able to grow my hair long by mainly using wash and goes. And a lot of people say wash and goes are gonna mess up your hair. You're not gonna get long hair if you do wash and goes all the time. Well, I am living proof that it is possible because my hair has gotten so much longer. And when I tell you, wash and goes hold me down. I pretty much don't stray from wash and goes. And if I do, I come right back. So y'all know, it gets real when I write things down. So I did write down my tips and what I used and how I really believed it allowed me to grow my hair long, even with my hair being free and wild, or free as they call it, and wild and out there, not in a protective style. So step 1 is I came up with a bomb routine, and I'm not saying this step is easy. It's definitely not. It's actually one of the harder steps, but once you get to that bomb routine, you can just continue to do it, and you can see that your hair is flourishing because you found what works for your hair, and then you continue to do what works. So the problem is, a lot of people try wash and goes one time and then they decide that wash and goes are not for them and that they do not have wash and go hair. I really don't believe that's the case. And if you find a routine that works for you, not just try one routine, but if you really find a routine that works for you, you should be golden. So what's very important is that you find those products that work for you. And then it is when you get there that you create a routine around it. This is something you're going to repeat over and over and over again. But if you're repeating a trash routine, it's not going to go very far. You have to repeat a good routine because that is the only way that you're going to see growth. You have to get a good routine that allows your hair to flourish in order for you to see growth. If you keep doing trash, you're going to get trash results. But if you do something amazing, you're gonna get amazing results. So step 2, once I found that routine, I stuck to it, and I mean no shortcuts. If you deep condition every week, I deep conditioned every week. I did not skip a week. Couldn't do it. I always use a leave-in. I sometimes use a gel. But in the beginning, I did not use gels. So I used a leave-in and I used a custard, and that was all there was to it. That's what worked for me. You can switch up things when you really figure out what works for your hair, but in that trial process, you need to you'd be lucky to find the one combo that works for you. So you really want to stick to that, and you really want to see what your hair can do for you. Like, what growth are you seeing with that regimen that you know works for you? And I say this because I really started seeing growth with consistency. I was always doing wash and goes, which meant I naturally had no choice but to get better at doing wash and goes. My hair also grew because, in comparison to a lot of other natural hairstyles, wash and goes are pretty low maintenance. Think about Bantu knots. You have to first stretch your hair. Then you have to twirl your hair around itself. When you're dealing with a wash and go, you're dealing with how your curls naturally want to curl. I'm not creating a curl pattern. This is my curl pattern. So when it comes to low manipulation, I put wash and goes personally in that category. Some people don't, but I do, because I'm just working with what I have. So this way, if you're wondering, no, I don't twist my hair at night. It doesn't require it. Wash and goes, when you do all that touching, extra unnecessary touching of your hair, that can cause breakage and more shedding. But I don't twist my hair every night because it's a wash and go. So I'm just gonna pineapple it. And I know that doesn't work for everybody, but like I said, go back to finding your routine. But I just pineapple my hair and I'm good to go. It also allows me to re-moisturize whenever I need to. So if my hair is feeling dry, I can go ahead and bump up wash day, or I can just add a product on top if that's what I feel comfortable with. But being able to moisturize my hair as I please has been a game changer. It also really allows you to get to know your hair. So what does moisturized hair feel like? What does dry hair feel like? You get to see that because your hair is out. You can feel it. You're like, ooh, it was feeling way better yesterday. So you know it's not at its peak. Wash and goes allow me to cleanse my scalp, which some people will be like, you don't need to cleanse your scalp because dirty hair grows, but I don't believe that. I do not subscribe to that. I feel like you need to actually get in there and cleanse your scalp properly, not co-washing all the time, but I mean like an actual shampoo, like get in there. So step 3 is you must be flexible. You must be willing to move your routine as you need. Sometimes you will find that what used to serve you, or what the products that used to work well for you, don't really work as well as they used to. And in that case, it is time to make a change. You gotta do something. You cannot continue to do the same thing when the results are messing up. So for example, if you've been consistent and you notice a change, like maybe your hair is getting too soft, it might be time to add some protein into your routine. So I really feel like there's a way to use wash and goes. It's just that people don't do it, or they don't know about it. So if you're getting too much moisture because you're wetting your hair too often or whatever, just add some protein. And if the reverse, if your hair is too hard, then you need to add some moisture. So it's a really delicate balance, but once you figure it out, you are good to go. And an easy way to use protein is to just get a protein deep conditioner, or if you need moisture, just get a moisturizing deep conditioner. That's what I do. If my hair is feeling a little funky, it might be time to either add some moisture or add some protein. The main reason why I feel that you can use wash and goes to grow your hair is because it lets you know what works for your hair. It is getting to know your hair in its truest form. So you know what it feels like when it's dry, when it's not moisturized. You have a really good idea. And I feel like when you know it keeps your hair healthy, because health over everything, when you know it keeps your hair healthy, you know how to grow your hair. Length will come. Length will come to healthy, flourishing hair. Getting your hair to flourishing, that's the hard part. And you can get your hair to flourish with wash and goes consistently. So if you're a wash and go girl like me and your hair is like stagnant and it has not been growing, I think we just need to talk about what could possibly be holding you back, because not all wash and goes are created equal. Maybe the wash and go routine that you have isn't cutting it to get you that growth. Maybe it's not good enough. Maybe it's time to upgrade. Find other products, find other combos, find other techniques so that you can get your desired wash and go that your hair loves, that allows your hair to flourish and receive all the health benefits that it needs. I think it's important to say it. A bad wash and go can lead to stunted growth, just like a bad protective style. On the other hand, a good protective style can lead to good growth, and so can a good wash and go. If it's bad, it's bad, but if it's good, it's good. And if you have a preference, if you're a protective style person and you just don't feel like you can wear your hair out and for it to flourish, I'm here to tell you I don't personally think that's true. I think you can have your hair out and let it flourish and let people see it and bask in all that your hair is flourishing and all that jazz. You just have to make sure that you're doing good wash and goes. So some things that could lead to a bad wash and go is poor detangling. If you detangle your hair and it's just knots and clumps and all of that, you're not gonna see growth because you gotta cut them single strand knots. If you're not deep conditioning, you could go ahead and hang it up, sis. You want the growth, you need to deep condition. You need to put that moisture back into your hair. Your key factors you're definitely going to need to make sure your hair is moisturized. You still need to do upkeep as far as trimming your ends, all of that jazz. Healthy hair grows. If your hair is healthy, whether you do wash and goes all the time, if your hair is healthy, whether you do protective styles all the time, it will grow. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video.